Hello, everyone. This is Bhargav Reddy here, covering off on major issues across Asia Pacific, Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Today, it is 13th of September. To start off with, I'll pass it to Uday to cover off on East Asia Pacific.
Thanks, Bhargav. So in the East Asia Pacific region today, we covered 21 events. The main event was the protests in Indonesia against the price hikes. Now they are continuing and intensifying with protests across the country. The Labour Party is also going to organize protests through the rest of this month. Now, what's interesting is that students and worker groups are co-opting each other's issues to mount a wider demonstration. We also released an advisory on the flooding situation in Bangkok, Thailand. But that's pretty much it from my end, Bhargav, what's going on in South Asia.
So, Uday, there were 10 other developments in South Asia today, but the most important issue we need to focus on, especially from a business perspective, in Pakistan, happens to be the breakdown in ceasefire and the negotiations between Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan and the armed forces or the government in Islamabad. Now, the government is represented through the armed forces in the frontier regions, including Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan. The ceasefire has been going on for a couple of months now, and there were quite a bit of chatter on where the negotiations are headed, especially with Taliban from across the border, that is Afghanistan, coming into the equation. However, there seems to be no headway in the negotiations, and they have apparently broken down. And this will have a direct impact on the security landscape in the country, and the attacks have already started. There were 10 or 12 attacks yesterday or day before. Uday, can you elaborate on that and tell us where it's headed?
Sure, Bhargav. So since September 2nd, there have been at least 11 attacks that the TTP has claimed. And a TTP suspect was also arrested in Karachi over the weekend. Security forces said that he was trying to create a network in Karachi and that he'd been involved in recent attacks in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So it seems like the talks have reached an impasse, Bhargav, as you said, and I think there's going to be more violence in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region, and TTP might try to expand its operational presence in urban centers in Pakistan, such as Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi.
Uday, there were also arrests made of suspected terrorists in a major city, that is Karachi, and the suspects were trying to build a TTP network under the guise of Al Qaeda Indian subcontinent, AQIS, and that's a matter of
Yeah, there were actually two suspects arrested, Bhargav. One of them was an Al Qaeda Indian subcontinent suspect, and the other was the TTP suspect that I had covered off on. So yeah, this is a worrying development for the security environment in Pakistan's urban centers, especially aside from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
Yeah, that is true. We'll have to focus on how the security paradigm evolves in the next couple of months. So with that, it's a wrap from us for South Asia.